Do you do a lot of tartans for people?
I do tartans by request. There are so many tartans that I avoid stocking tartans because whatever tartan I do, it will be the wrong one. So I do tartans like the one I did for the film Braveheart. I did all the tartans for the film Braveheart. Well, we continue to make that, which isn't so much a tartan as a tweed. It's more of an ethnic, you know, it looks 12th century. And then I did a tartan for the film Rob Roy, and we make that one. We've just with Ronnie Brown of the Corries, the singers, I've just produced a Corries tartan, which we make principally for the Corries. Well, it's not the Corries; they're not anymore. But Gavin Brown, who was the son of Ronnie Brown, who was one of the first members of the Corries, we do this tartan for him, which he markets. And then I have a tartan I designed about 5 years ago, which we call Finn Lagan, and I make that one. But if somebody comes along and says, I want 30 metres of a special tartan, we'll make it for them.
Do you do any Campbell tartan?
By request, we'll weave anything if you pay us.
Oh, that's right.
Not this one here. This tweed here is the Braveheart tartan. This is some tweed we're making for huntsmen in Savile Row. But this is what we call grey state. So it's just come off the loom. It now has to go over to the mainland, where it's washed and pressed and cropped, and we can treat it with Teflon to make it showerproof. Do 101 different things to finish it. That's called the finishing process. The pattern is set up on the creel here, and this particular pattern, which is the tartan we made for the film Braveheart, is one of light, one of dark. It's actually one of cuckoo. We call the colours by different names. It's one of cuckoo, one of falcon. The 20 threads. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 20, and then it's 20 of cuckoo, which comes back to here. 2 threads of black, 20 of another colour we call rowan. So that's the pattern set up. That's the vertical pattern set up on here, the warp threads. They're then drawn off here and wound onto the warping balloon at the other side of the shed there. So the threads are then taken onto that warping balloon at the back there. Yeah, and this is a warp beam that is prepared to go into loom probably on Monday or Tuesday next week. So this is 1,932 threads wide, and there's 80 yards all prepared on here. And that will go into the loom on probably Monday or Tuesday morning, and we'll keep the loom going probably for about 3 or 4 days work to make 60, 70 metres, 60 metres. Right, this machine here that runs the full length, we've got one behind us as well, are original spinning jennies that were put in here in 1883. We couldn't make the quality of yarns that we use and the quantities anymore on these machines, so it's not really viable to run them. But they are unique. I believe there are only 7 machines left in the world like these, and we have 2. But again, they'll never run again. This is the Sling Billy, and as far as we know, it's the only one of it left in the world. We don't think there's another one. It's used to join the lengths of unspun thread into a continuous thread. So the length of unspun thread would go onto here, would pass through here, and be spun onto this roller here. I'm not a spinner, so I'm not that sure of exactly how it works. But to give you an idea of how old it is, it was 30 years obsolete when it was put in here in 1883. This is, I collect books on tartans and anything to do with textiles, and I acquired these books. I've got a whole pile of them downstairs, old books for tartans, and this letter says that this book was on loan to the National Museum of Scotland in 1900 and something. So it was all there. Royal Stewart, Mackenzie, 42nd Sutherland. Small design of the 42nd. Murray. Mackay. Tartan that I wear, the Gordon. McDonald. So Walter Scotch tartan. Leslie. Small Forbes. Argyle. T. Stewart. Austin. Forbes. Graham. Campbell. Grant. Smallest 42nd. Crombie. Ramsey. Large Clooney. Cameron. Our minimum order is 30 metres. That's the minimum that we take an order for. But if we like it, if you're a regular customer and like it, I've been known to do 5 metres.
So how much would 30 metres?
30 metres would make about 16, roughly 16 to 17 sports jackets.
But how much would it cost?
30 metres would cost you, depending on what kind of cloth it would be, from say 600-700 up to £1,000.
Right, right.
Plus that.